it's my pleasure to introduce Karim Akinoll.
Thank you, John. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pegaworld. My name is Karim Akinoll. I'm responsible for products here at Pegasystems. And I'm really excited to get a chance to present to you this year. Well, because, I wasn't going to mention this, but because I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but this is my 25th anniversary with Pega. It's kind of a big deal. So, I'm really looking forward to that Rolex, which should arrive any day now. I'm not exactly sure why it hasn't showed up, but as we wait for the Rolex, I'll tell you, it's been an amazing journey. As you can imagine, a lot has changed at Pegasystems in the last 25 years, but in fact, a lot has changed at Pegasystems since last year. We have a spectacular list of new capabilities, new products, new solutions that we're very excited to share with you in this Pegaworld conference. But I have to tell you, a lot has changed for me personally as well since last year. You see, just a few weeks after the conference, the Pegaworld conference here, we moved to a new house. And this was sort of a big deal for my family. We moved. My parents came immediately because they wanted to see the new house. And my dad, he's 80 years old right now. He's retired, and he loves to paint as his activity. And he painted a beautiful painting of our new neighborhood, which we love, which is great. But I tell you, moving was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. But luckily, my wife was spectacular. She took care of everything. She took care of everything. She took what was a very stressful time and made it really easy for the rest of the family and get us all settled. Now, I tried to help. I tried to help as much as I could. I was given a few tasks, although it seemed like some of the tasks were given to me just to sort of keep me out of the way. But I took my job very seriously. One of the tasks that I was given was I had to buy 2 new TVs for the new house. It's perfect. So I did what any other guy would do, right? I took very precise measurements to make sure that I could buy the biggest TV as possible. So I went online, I did my research, I found the TVs that I wanted on 2 different websites. I was ready, I went to the first website, I entered my information, I entered the credit card information, I hit OK. I immediately switched to the other website, I entered my information, clicked OK. I had just purchased the biggest TVs I could find. And I was feeling pretty proud of myself. And just as I was feeling good walking away from my laptop, I get a text message on my phone. Not that one, not that one. I got that text message on my phone. It was from my credit card company. It was a fraud alert, and I tell you, I felt a little uneasy at first. But then I realized this was actually a good thing. Because here's my credit card company, they're looking out for me, right? They realized that there was, 2 large TV purchases on my account, which is not usual, doesn't happen every day, right? It raised a flag. So they just decided to just reach out to me just to check in, make sure everything is okay. And you realize they didn't block my transaction, they didn't make me call them, I wasn't stuck in an IVR, I didn't have to talk to anyone, and I don't want to talk to anyone. They just reached out to me on a channel that I'm comfortable using. All I had to do was reply with a yes, and it was done. It was great. It was easy. And I bet you it didn't cost them a lot of money to actually be able to build this engagement. And I realized when we talk about great customer engagement, we're talking a lot about experiences that are similar to this. And throughout this conference this week, you're going to hear a lot about 3 great themes. You're going to hear us talk a lot about delivering great customer engagement. You'll hear a lot about operational efficiency. And you'll definitely hear a lot about business agility. And these are great themes. I like to always be able to remember them. And I always think of them as being essentially good, cheap, fast. We all know that the engagement that we have with the customers, it just has to be good for the customer. It has to feel good. And delivering great customer experiences has to be cost-effective. It has to be cheap for the organization. And we all, of course, know that we have to be fast because the market is changing very fast, the technology is shifting very quickly, so we have to be responsive to that. And our job at Pegasystems is to make sure we're delivering you the tools and the capabilities so that you can have good, cheap, and fast. You know, for years, whenever we had the discussion around developing things and building things, the good, cheap, and fast discussion comes up, and people always say, oh, good, cheap, and fast, you can only have two. You can't have all three, you can only have two, right? You can have good and fast, oh, it's not gonna be cheap. Or people say, oh, we can have it cheap and fast. Oh boy, that's not gonna be good. And I've heard that argument so many times, and to tell you the truth, I don't really believe in it anymore. I feel like the technology has come such a long way that you can actually have all three. Actually, you have to have all three to remain competitive in the marketplace. Now, you all know that we go to market with a unified set of CRM solutions in marketing, in sales, in customer service and operations. And all of our CRM solutions and our products are developed on the common Pega platform with the customer decision hub at the center of it. We think having a unified CRM vision is critical because that's what lets you stay in touch with your customers on every step of the way throughout their journey. And we think having the customer decision hub at the center is also critical because the customer decision hub uses those artificial intelligence capabilities that lets you understand the context and the needs of your customers in every interaction and make sure that you keep in mind your business goals of your organizations around acquisition, upsell, cross-sell, and retention, of course, so that you can optimize every single one of these interactions every step of the way. And I think these artificial intelligence capabilities is really the key ingredient to delivering that good experience to the customers. Now, AI is a big topic. You know, there's a lot of buzz in the marketplace around AI. And like Alan said, there's a tremendous amount of hype in the marketplace about AI. I mean, I read the articles, the interviews where, you know, Mark Benioff talks about, you know, in the middle of meetings turning over to Einstein. If he's meeting with his executives, he says, Einstein, what do you think? Which is great. And he says he does this because his executives are actually politicians. Now, I'm hoping Alan trusts me a little bit more than that, because I really don't want to become a politician these days. That's not really a good idea. But we believe that we have real AI capabilities that solve real problems for our customers. And I think AI is going to be a standard part of every business application, and we're developing concrete product capabilities to let you add AI capabilities into every single one of your applications. For example, we have a brand new AI Studio capability that you have to go see at the Tech Pavilion. The AI Studio allows you to hook your applications directly into historic data, as well as real-time streaming data, and it allows you to optimize towards outcomes and makes predictions. Now, when we first started building Pega 7, we wanted to make it really easy for people to define their case definitions, their processes, their UI, so they can develop their applications quickly and easily. And we're taking that exact same approach and applying it into the artificial intelligence capabilities with the AI Studio. And we've been using these capabilities directly in our applications as well. For example, just a moment ago in the sprint, we saw the example of people in the retail store. And we have a new product called the Retail Advisor that uses the artificial intelligence capabilities to actually be able to communicate with a customer, ask a couple of questions, and make the best product offers, the best bundle offers directly to that customer. And the application is built for the tablet experience, so it's actually designed for the retail, for the branch experience, which is great. Now, we've also been using the artificial intelligence capabilities directly in our marketing application so that we can actually understand what is the best offer to make. What is the offer that has the highest propensity to be accepted by the customer for each and every individual customer using the artificial intelligence capabilities, and make that offer available when we do outbound campaigns to the customers, as well as when the customers are coming through the inbound channel. So when they come and visit your website, your mobile application, or your contact center, we can deliver that offers with the highest likelihood to be accepted by the customer. And we just announced a brand new product called the Paid Media Manager. It lets you take that best offer and present that directly to that individual customer on paid media channels. So that when those individuals are actually on Facebook, or they're on Google, they're on YouTube, they will get the offers from your organization that has the highest likelihood of them accepting in that context, which I think is a great application of AI. Now, another area where there's a spectacular amount of data in CRM and where we can make predictions is in sales automation. And we've been developing artificial intelligence capabilities directly into the sales automation application to make a long list of predictions in the app. For example, we can do predictions around what is the propensity that this deal will close? What is the likelihood that this deal will move from one stage to the next? What is the prediction on when this deal will close? What is the credit risk associated with the customer? What are the right products to offer? What are the actions that we should ask the salesperson take in order to improve the chances of actually closing a deal directly in the sales automation application? And we believe the AI is going to become a standard part, and we think it should be visible to its users. We have real AI capabilities that you can actually see. It's transparent. And in the sales automation application, for example, you can click on a button, and it will show you how the artificial intelligence is making its calculations. So it will show you how that propensity is actually calculated, so you can see which variables are actually predictors to the outcomes, and the sales manager can use this data to actually coach their individual sales reps using the technology, which I think is great. And of course, when you have customers, you have to make sure that you are delivering great service to those customers. And we've been using the AI capabilities of our products to deliver a new capability called the Self-Service Advisor. Now, the Self-Service Advisor essentially understands and makes a recommendation on what the intent of this customer's visit to the website is. Tries to determine if they're coming to ask a question, to ask, have an issue, and it prompts for ways for them to get answers and resolutions to their issues through self-service ways. And my favorite part about Self-Service Advisor is the fact that you can incorporate this capability into your website just using a single line of JavaScript on your web page, and you don't have to make any changes to the layout of the screens, to the design of the screens. So as I said, I think AI is going to become just a standard part of every business application with the large sets of data to make predictions and be able to provide intelligent guidance. Actually, AI is becoming a part of our daily lives already. All sorts of our companies are finding great uses for AI. Even car manufacturers, who have a tremendous amount of data from their vehicles and from their drivers, are using that data to apply artificial intelligence to better maintain their vehicles and better engage with their customers. I tell you, I was up in Detroit a couple of days ago, and I had a chance to meet with Dave Mingle from General Motors to discuss this exact topic. And we have a quick video of it, I think. If we could show that, please.
All right, I made it to Detroit, Motor City. Hey, is that Dave Mingle from General Motors? Hey, Dave.
Karim, is that you?
Yeah, come on in.
You heading to Las Vegas?
Headed to Vegas. Let's go together.
Awesome. We got so much to talk about.
Hey, Dave, you mind if I turn on the music?
That'd be great, Karim.
All right, like Sheryl Crow?
Love Sheryl Crow.
Awesome.
Something in my eye.
Yeah, me too.
It's my allergies.
It's the desert dust.
Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign.
All I wanna do is have some fun. I got the feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up on the Santa Monica Boulevard. Bow, bow, bow.
All right, we made it. Let's go to Pega World.
I like a good beer buzz early in the morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Mingle, Global Director of Customer Experience at General Motors.
I'm American-made, but a large Chevrolet. My mama taught me wrong
Hey, Dave.
from right.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna need our day jobs after that video goes viral.
I think we're safe.
You think we're safe? But since you're here, I was hoping you can tell us a little bit about what GM does.
Yeah, Karim, in simple terms, we build cars and trucks, and a lot of them. In 2016, we sold nearly 10 million vehicles globally, our third consecutive year of record sales.
That's awesome. And
Thank you.
and you guys build amazing cars.
We do. In fact, we build the Cadillac of cars, literally. But what we're most proud of is our customer loyalty. Our US brands now lead the industry in owner loyalty.
And that means essentially you have more repeat buyers of GM vehicles than any other brand in the US.
That is correct.
That's great. How do you guys do that?
By delivering outstanding customer experiences at every touch point. Not as measured by us, but measured by reputable third parties like J.D. Power. As you can see here on the slide, our brands now top the rankings for sales and service satisfaction. Now, we know we have a long way to go before we are going to be the best across any industry, but to know that our brands and our dealers, relative to our automotive peers, are taking good care of our customer makes us very proud.
And of course, you look at all these brands. An interesting thing that I noticed here is that you do this in a massive scale.
We do. In North America, we have more than 4,500 dealers who employ about 45,000 salespeople who sell 3.5 million cars a year. In addition, we service over 10 million vehicles through our service departments every year.
These are amazing numbers. So how do you guys actually achieve this at this level of scale?
At GM, we believe it's all about culture. A culture of putting the customer at the center of everything we do. We call it Think Customer. And it's a culture change at GM that really has come from the top. Our CEO, Mary Barra, absolutely believes this. She has made it a top priority for us to earn customers for life. It's not something that she just says, it's something that she does, like showing up in our contact centers, putting on the headphones, and listening to our customers directly.
So your executives are getting direct feedback from the customers and making decisions based on that.
Exactly. The goal is to continue to move us closer and closer to the customer and be where our customers expect us to be.
Now, can you give us an example of what that exactly means?
Sure. On the next slide, you can see a picture of our global social media command center. Just a few years ago, we had over 100 different social listening and monitoring tools deployed globally throughout our operations. We've consolidated those into a single unified platform, now with over 850 social practitioners across the company globally, now providing consistent experiences regardless of which social channels our customers contact us on.
And of course, we love the message around delivering consistent experience on a unified platform, which is great.
Yeah, and consistency is really important, Karim, because the automotive life cycle, the journey, if you will, is changing dramatically. In the past, our journey looked something like this, the not too distant past. A customer would come in and buy or lease a new vehicle. They would come back in for service, perhaps 90 and 120 days out, for their first oil change. If they leased the car, we'd see them back for their next one within 2 to 3 years. But if they purchased, that next purchase event may not be for 5 or more years.
So the engagement with the vehicles as well as the customers was measured in months, if not years.
Yeah, and very big gaps in between actual engagement opportunities with our customers.
And how has that changed?
Connectivity has changed everything. Now today, at every key turn, we have an opportunity to improve the customer experience. The vehicle is now able to communicate to us how it's performing, and we can use that data to create new, unexpected experiences for our customers. As well, that bandwidth into the vehicle allows us to push content and create new experiences that way as well.
So you're actually interacting directly with the vehicle and the customers all the time.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, General Motors has made the biggest investment in the industry by far in connectivity. We have more than 12 million connected vehicles on the road. That's more than 3 times the rest of the industry combined, and 4.5 million of those now have 4G LTE. That's the same speed internet connection as you have in your home office. Your GM vehicle is a mobile hotspot.
So that means when I got all my kids in the back of the Suburban, driving somewhere for hours, you can watch movies, they can play games, they can even do homework while they're in the back seat.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Not happening.
So that's how we're staying more connected with our customers while in the vehicle, but we also know that our customers want us to stay engaged with them when they're away from their vehicle. They want to be able to bring their digital life with them into the vehicle, but also take the vehicle with them outside the vehicle, into their digital life. So we've made a big investment in mobile. We now have more than 3 million users of our mobile app, with 200 million customer interactions in 2016. That number was almost double what it was the year before, which was double the year before that, so you can only expect what our internal projections are for how mobile is going to continue to be a big part of our customer experience.
So you're now getting spectacular amount of data directly from the vehicles into your systems. You're getting a lot of engagement directly from the customers, and you have a lot of data there. And you bring all this data together, and how do you actually make use of the data? How do you get results out of the data?
Well, let me give you an example. We've recently launched a new tool called Smart Driver. It takes the data from the vehicle about how you're driving and makes safety recommendations on how you can be a better driver. And if you're a good enough driver, you can even share that information with your insurance company and earn a discount.
Oh boy. It's good to know. It's good to know.
It won't apply to all customers.
Then all customers. Hey, look, I love my Suburban. Whatever it comes with, I'll continue to drive it. Can you actually tell us at this point, how does Pega actually help you do that?
Sure. In every one of our vehicles, there's a blue button. It is the OnStar blue button. 200,000 times a day, our customers are pushing that button to talk to an advisor. Pega is helping us route those calls to the appropriate advisor and to prepare our advisors with the right next best action based on what we know about that customer and their vehicle. We've also connected Pega into our mobile app, into our in-vehicle applications. The head unit is becoming a very big part of the future for automotive connectivity, as well as our owner web properties. In total, Pega is helping us decision about 1 million times an hour, and we expect that to only grow.
That's great. And I'm guessing things are still changing, and there's a lot of new capabilities to come down the road.
A lot of things coming in the future, and I have just a brief illustration. It's not an actual execution in our vehicle today, but you'll get the point. So imagine you're driving down the road, and your car indicates a potential problem. A problem that may be occurring at the moment, or through our prognostic analytics, we believe may happen to you at some point in the near future. We're able to take that data, communicate it to a dealer to make sure that dealer will have the right part and the right technician to quickly repair that car the first time. So you show up in the service lane, the dealer knows you, they know the vehicle, and totally prepared to get you back on the road quickly.
That's fantastic. So you're actually streamlining the maintenance and the services process using your connectivity, your engagement with the customers, and in this case, the vehicle dashboard is becoming another channel to engage with the customers.
Absolutely. Our customers consistently tell us they just want us to make it easy for them to enjoy their GM vehicle.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about GM, and thanks for singing with me.
Thank you, Karim.
It was great.
All right, thanks.
And GM, they're building such beautiful cars. Driving that Equinox throughout Detroit was definitely a lot of fun. But the car manufacturers are not the only ones who are investing a lot in automation. Because in addition to being good, we know that we have to drive operational efficiency. We know that bringing great experiences to the customers has to be cost effective. It has to be cheap. But I think we have to be careful here, because efficiency doesn't necessarily mean just cutting costs. I was on LinkedIn the other day, and I was just browsing around, and I came across a post from a research director at Gartner named Rob Dooney, and I thought this was great. Let me read this to you. It says, sustainable digital transformation begins with the customer-employee experience, not just operational efficiency. And I think this is a great line. I think this makes a lot of sense. Because operational efficiency is not just about cutting costs. If you were just looking to cut costs, there are really many ways you could do that. I think the objective of operational efficiency is actually about improving the customer's experience through the streamlining of operations. Now, you might look at this and say, well, we don't go around cutting tennis balls. How does that relevant to you? But if you were ever stuck on an IVR, and all you wanted to do was just get to an agent so they can help you with your problem, well, you're essentially a victim of somebody somewhere cutting tennis balls. We like to think about digital transformation, operational efficiency, by thinking end-to-end the journey of the customers and automating towards the outcome that we want for the customers and for businesses. And we do this using our industry-leading capabilities in case management, in artificial intelligence, and in robotics to actually eliminate repetitive manual tasks. And we've been working with our partners Accenture to be able to bring great value to our customers using the AI capabilities and the robotics capabilities from Pegasystems. And we have a quick video to share with you. Could we roll that, please?
We believe that AI, artificial intelligence, is the most transformative technology since the dawn of the information age. So that's making a big statement, but we believe it's true. Artificial intelligence and new forms of automation are giving us new ways to create agility inside business processes.
Robotic automation can really facilitate a digital transformation program. It can make it easy for organizations to get into systems that otherwise would be difficult or time-consuming to get into. It can free up staff to focus on clients.
With robotic process automation, it's providing a more sophisticated capability to automate tasks in a different way, and again, building smarter machines and smarter processes that can help people.
To us, the true promise of robotic automation is about having robots that themselves can observe, can learn what people are actually doing, can highlight and find patterns, can then automate those patterns so that people don't have to do redundant work, and then tie those into processes so you can go from the work of people all the way through to end-to-end fulfillment.
RPA allows organizations to really solve a lot of business problems in a more effective way, higher productivity, greater speed, lower cost, and that's why they form an important core.
We routinely see 30 to 50% improvements in productivity as a result of robotic automation across industries, from banking to telecoms to insurance. From our founding, Pega has brought intelligence into automation, which is the heart of AI thinking and part of what Pega does now and will do into the future.
One of the real values of robotic process automation is the ability to really reshape processes and reshape the way an organization works. At the end of the day, the customer can get better service. They can get service faster. They can get service at lower cost. And that's a great opportunity that we're seeing with Pega, with the robotic process automation technology.
Pega uniquely has the robotics and the workforce intelligence built directly into its BPM and case management architecture. It's because these things work together seamlessly as a unified design that we can offer customers both quick wins, but the knowledge that they can take this capability to where it ultimately needs to go.
We believe the opportunity going forward for organizations like ourselves and organizations like Pega and our customers is to really make AI and intelligent systems the core of how service is delivered.
Together, Accenture and Pegasystems are delivering new levels of success for their clients with Pega Robotic Automation by driving dramatic increases in productivity and reshaping the way business is conducted.
Thank you. And we're so happy to see so many of our customers so quickly embrace the robotics capabilities, and we're able to bring great deals of value and operational efficiency into their organizations since we launched these products only last year. But I do realize there's some confusion in the marketplace about what robots do and what robots mean. And I like to think of them based on the different categories of work and help that they provide to be able to understand the value of the robots. For example, there are some robots whose job is to actually help the humans and make them much more effective, efficient in getting their work done. For example, our product, Robotic Desktop Automation's job is to engage to help the customer service representative, who often has to deal with a screen that looks like this, where they have to juggle many, many different legacy applications and take manual codes, manual notes, in order to get the work done, to help resolve the customer's issues. And what we do with the Robotic Desktop Automation is the robot that runs on the desktop that's helping the CSR essentially handles all the interactions with all the legacy applications, leaves the CSR working with a single screen where they spend their time actually engaging directly with the customer and provide them a great experience. Now, there are also robots that work in the background and they just get work done. Our robotic process automation application essentially runs tens, hundreds, thousands of different robots in the background. Different applications can actually queue work to these robots, and it will process them. You can throw files of records, files of data at these robots, and it will just run through and churn through them and get all the work done for you in the background. Now, we built this unified with our case management capabilities so that if something goes wrong during that robotic process, we'll handle it as an exception case in the core application. And then, as you heard Alan mention in the video, we have the robots that are always listening, that are always collecting data and analyzing it. Our product, Workforce Intelligence, understands the patterns of usage across the users and the systems and makes recommendations on automation that you can add to deliver higher levels of operational efficiency in your organization. And these are all around being able to get work done in your organizations more efficiently, more cost-effectively. Now, there are also other new sets of robots that are in the marketplace, and they're not in the back office. They're actually engaging directly with your customers. These are the virtual assistants and the chatbots. And I think they're a great way to actually quickly give a response to a customer, quickly give them an answer, quickly solve their problems using many different new channels. But I think the danger here is that organizations will be tempted to develop solutions that are independently for these different devices and create silos, which will ruin the actual overall customer's journey. We think organizations shouldn't develop solutions for each and every specific Corvette that, sorry, I was doing so well, for each and every specific channel that they are engaging with. I have Corvette in my mind. Since I was up in Detroit with Dave Mingle, he showed me these new cars, and they are amazing. So I kind of been hooked on it for the last couple of weeks. Actually, I'm on Facebook following all these groups with all the, the people who love cars. And actually, can I show you? Do you guys mind if I put my phone on the screen? Hold on a sec. I think we can leave this here. Here you go. So I was on Facebook just this morning, and this guy, Kurt, who's in this GM fan club, he posted this picture of this beautiful 80s Corvette, which I think it looks really nice, so I'm actually going to tell him that I really like it. But I'm not really much into the old ones. I really like the brand new ones with all that new technology. So let me show you the picture. Actually, I think I'm going to post it here. So hold on a second. If I manage, go into my camera, where I keep all my favorite pictures. What's funny? Okay. Here's that Corvette. And I'm going to say, I want to buy me one of these. And it is such a beautiful car. It's so exciting. Oh, look, somebody's commenting. I bet you it's Alan. He wants to buy me a Corvette instead of a Rolex. Nope. Not Alan. Well, I don't know how I'm going to afford it. That's really not the point. The point is I love these cars. They're beautiful. Hey, look at that coincidence. What amazing timing. My bank, U+ Bank, happens to be using the Pega Paid Media Manager, and they decided to send an offer to me that has the highest propensity for me to accept. I think this is the right time to engage with these guys. So there's an option here that says tap to chat. And what just happened is, from that ad inside Facebook, it just launched me directly into Facebook Messenger. And I'm actually having a conversation with a chatbot at the other end. And it's going to ask me some questions, and it wants to authenticate me to make sure that I'm the right Karim. Like there could be two. Voice recognition. Okay. Shh, quiet. Cool cars currently come in a cacophony of colors. We'll see. Okay, good. Good so far. All right, now essentially we're running a process. It's running through an automated case, it's collecting information, it's connected to back-end systems, it wants to pull some driver record. I have nothing to hide. It comes back. All right, so the next question is, do you still own a scooter? Nope, she made me sell it. All right, so now what we see is the chatbot is running in the context of the customer service from Pega. Customer service from Pega is fully unified with the marketing application that's using the artificial intelligence capabilities and has determined what are the top 3 best offers for me for this product, and it's presented to me in the chatbot. And what I can do is I can review them, but I'm going for a brand new Corvette. So I'm going to select this option because I think that is the right product for me. And what we see is the case process completely, and it is done. I got my confirmation, I got my pre-approval. So the pre-approval car loan case finished. I'm going to get me an email with this, okay? So now we just finished that transaction, which is pretty cool. And now the chatbot wants to know if there's anything else that can help me with. And I think there is. These are very intelligent chatbots. So let's see. Yes. How do I can't type, convince my wife, you see it coming, right? I can afford this. Let's see. And these are very intelligent machines. And let's see the answers come back. The chatbot on the other end is using natural language processing to understand the exact context of the question. And it's very intelligent, and it knows that this is a very tricky question that is best answered by a human. And we are very lucky today, because here we have Stephanie Lewis, who's a director of product development at Pega. But when he's at Pega World, she wears many different hats. Hi, Steph.
Hey, Karim.
So you're going to be our CSR for the U+ Bank.
I am.
And we were just having a chat with your chatbot here, and it suggested that perhaps a human can answer this. So I'm going to click yes here, and I'm hoping it's going to transfer over to you.
All right. Yep, I do see this. So right here in Pega Customer Service, I get a screen pop of an incoming chat from you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept this. And then right now, inside Pega Customer Service, I have all of the information that I need to have a meaningful conversation with you.
Great.
Including, actually, right here on the right-hand side, the full history of the conversation you just had with the chatbot. So using Pega Chat, I can start chatting with you immediately.
OK, here we are. I get your response.
All right. And now, Karim, looks like you might need some marital advice. And I've known you for a long time, so I could help with that. But instead, probably what I should do is down here on the left-hand side, we see the next best action of this financial consultation. So I'm going to choose that. That's coming from the AI of the Customer Decision Hub. So I choose this, and it has chosen Holden Higgins for you to give you some financial advice. I think you'll get along quite well.
Looks like a great guy.
Yes, so from here, I can log a sales opportunity, which is going to actually log an opportunity for him in Pega Sales Automation, as well as let you know that he's going to be in touch with you in the next 24 hours.
Okay, great. So now I got your feedback. It's asking me if there's anything else that I can, we're good for right now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, great. So then I'm just going to wrap up this call. So right here, I'll wrap up and say thank you and send you on your way.
Great. So now what we just saw essentially is I was in the midst of a conversation with the chatbot through an automated channel. At one point, the system decided that we need to transfer this to a human. I didn't lose my context. Stephanie was able to handle this, and you even logged a sales opportunity in the unified sales application directly from the customer service experience.
I did. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Since I wear many hats, why don't I just go ahead and go over to Pega Sales Automation as Holden, the sales rep.
Okay, so now you're not a CSR, you're a salesperson. You're looking at what the sales automation app looks like.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I'm gonna log in, and here's my dashboard. And right here on the top left, I see that top next best action is that phone call to reach out to you for some financial planning.
Excellent. And this is the actual opportunity record that was created by the CSR for the financial advice. And in the middle here, we see all those predictions that the artificial intelligence is making around when whether the opportunity will close, the chances that it will move to the next stage, when do we think it was closed, and most importantly, is the actions that we're recommending to the salesperson to take in order to increase the chances of having successful interaction with the customers.
Great.
Okay, well, great.
Think you're set?
Awesome. Yep, we're good. Okay. And what's really neat here is also I never really lost my interaction here. And the CSR at this point has moved on to better and more important customers, and I can continue on my engagement with the chatbot. For example, if I wanted to add an authorized user to my account, I can just say, let's see, add user to account, and send this here. And the chatbot will automatically walk me through the process. Stephanie?
Hi, Karim.
I thought we had a service case for adding authorized users.
We do, but
Yeah.
you were supposed to ask me as the CSR to do that for you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
So do you have the process as in the contact center?
I do. Let me show it to you. So
Okay.
if you would have done what you were supposed to do and asked me as
Or
the
once.
CSR to do, I know, right? You're so hard to work with. All right, I'm going to add task. And right here, I see add authorized user.
Yep.
So I would have been able to do it for you right here.
And here you start the process. You ask a couple of quick questions.
Yep.
But I want to do this in the chatbot.
Yeah, so
Is it really hard to actually take the service case that you already defined and extend it to additional channels?
no. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to put my product hat on.
Okay.
I'm going to move over to Pega Express. And then right from here, I can do it for you. So I'm going to go and do that. Here we go. Turn editing on. And first thing that we'll see, let's go look at all the cases. So here's all the service cases. Let's see. All right, and there at the top, you see add authorized user. So that exists in the system. Let's open it. Okay.
So now what comes up here is the actual service case, the definition. This is the life cycle, the stages in the process of how do we go about adding an authorized user to the system.
Right. And then
Okay.
right here on the right-hand side, you see the enabled channels is just contact center.
Okay, so the service case exists, but it's only exposed to the contact channel.
Exactly.
How do we get it to more channels?
All right, so let's go over here to the new channel overview screen. Let me choose that right here. There we go. And then in the middle, right there, we see the Facebook chatbot.
Okay.
And we don't have add authorized user, so I'm going to go ahead and add that for you. All right, so we're going to add that. We see existing ones. Then I can select the add authorized user.
Okay.
And then seed it with a few keywords. And there we go.
Okay,
Feel
great.
set. And then should I go ahead and enable it for Amazon Echo?
Echo. Yes.
Echo.
Yes, let's do it.
All right. All right, so here we see, again, the enabled cases that you can start from Alexa. Let's go ahead and change that and add authorized user. Create case. Let's see a few keywords again. Okay, save that, and then we should be all set.
So you essentially took that service case and you did the changes to expose it to other channels.
Yes.
Now what do we have to do so that I can start using it?
That's it. I just did it.
This is it? Should I just do it? Should I try it?
Yes.
All right, let's give it a shot. So my command was add user to account. Here we go. Oops, I send it. Look at that. Now it's actually running that process. When you first had that process on the screen, it was asking the last name, the first name, the date of birth of the authorized user. Now it's actually running through the conversational UX channel and collecting the same set of information. So I can type in Akinol, she has the same last name as me. Don't correct it. And then it asks the first name. Her first name is Alexa.
How can I help you, Karim?
Oh. Hi, Alexa. Could you please ask the U+ Bank to add an authorized user to my account?
I'd be happy to help you with that. What is the last name?
Oh, Alexa, stop. So essentially, what we just saw is for with the application where we had the service cases defined with the process, the connectivity, the data structure of the application, and with the new capabilities on the latest version of the product, you can actually extend the access to those service cases into new additional channels. And we know there's going to be even more channels coming very quickly. And we'll be able to extend the connectivity and have customized experience for different channels. But the core definition of the process, the case definitions, and the data structures, integrations actually remains the same and remains consistent across the channels. And thank you, Stephanie, so much for helping us demonstrate these capabilities.
You're done now, right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. And we know there's going to be new channels. There's going to be many new exciting channels, and people are using to engage with your organizations through those new channels. But I also realize that there are some companies out here in this audience, maybe just a couple, who are using channels that have been around for a long time to engage with their customers. For example, I wouldn't be surprised if there was an organization or two around here that used email. Just guessing. And we have a brand new capability in the product called email automation to be able to bring a great deal of operational efficiency in using this channel as well. The way it works is you can actually point the Pega system to a series of incoming email addresses, and using that natural language processing capabilities that we saw earlier, the system will collect the emails, will look into the content of the email, will determine the intent of the email, what is being asked, what is being requested. It will actually pluck out individual data elements from the email, create a case, and send it down, route it intelligently to a person, or through an automated process, which I think will bring a tremendous amount of operational efficiency into the organizations that are receiving and handling hundreds of thousands, millions of emails a month. But we know that you have to provide good service to your customers. We know it has to be, you have to drive operational efficiency. We also know that you have to be fast, that you have to be quick. You have to be able to respond to changes in the marketplace as quickly as possible. And Pega has always been around being built for change. We've proven many times over that developing business applications for Pega platform is at least 7 times faster than writing Java code or writing thousands and thousands of lines of Apex code. But we are still investing heavily in our technology to be able to make sure that your changes, your requests can go into the systems as quickly as possible. And one of my favorite new capabilities in the product is a new capability called Real-Time Agile. And I think this is really cool. The job of Real-Time Agile is to engage with the business user so that as they're evaluating an application, as they're using an application, they can actually capture their thoughts, their ideas, their change requests directly in the screens that they're experiencing, be able to annotate the screens, be able to take screenshots, be able to take quick video snippets, and have all that information be packaged into a user story that can be put into a backlog for an agile team to be able to complete. So this is a great way for the business users to engage with the application and to capture their thoughts directly in the system. And we've been improving our Pega Express capabilities so that when the developers actually get these requests for these changes, Just as we saw Stephanie do earlier, you can quickly update the application and bring these changes in place. Now, we heard Alan earlier on talk about the cloud choice that we think is important to provide to our customers. We have a fully managed service Pega Cloud offering where we will take care of running the applications for you. We'll take care of that environment through Pega Cloud, which is a great option, and I'll highly recommend you look into it. But if you want to run your applications through AWS yourself, we actually package the images so you can do that. We've also just announced a partnership with Pivotal, so if you want to use the Cloud Foundry products and run the Pega applications in your private cloud, you can also do that. And we also have a partnership with Microsoft Azure, so that if you choose to run your applications on the Microsoft cloud, you can also do that. Because we think it should be your choice, it should be your decision where your applications run. It should be your decision where your data resides. And also in the latest version of the product, there is a lot of great capabilities in the DevOps space. Now, a lot of organizations are establishing DevOps centers. And if you don't know, essentially DevOps is all about what is called continuous integration and continuous deployment, to make sure that you can streamline the moving of the changes to your applications through these multiple systems in the change pipeline. And we have a brand new set of capabilities that essentially follows the DevOps approach directly in our product. But we also realize that your organizations are using a really tremendous amount of different tools from the industry, standard tools, in order to automate your DevOps processes. So we developed our applications so that we can easily integrate with the DevOps products that you choose. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of different DevOps. There's GitHub and Gradle. There's JFrog and Cucumber, Jenkins and Docker and Floozer. Not Floozer. We just made it up. But all the other ones are real. And there's a tremendous number of options that are available to you to be able to take advantage of the Pega applications in the DevOps space. Because we know that you're looking to make changes to your applications, and you're looking to add intelligence and automation to your applications whenever possible. And when you feel the need that you have to add automation and intelligence directly into your Salesforce.com applications, we also have a solution for that, which is called the Pega Extender for Salesforce.com, where you can add extended definitions of your Salesforce applications. But really, the request that we get most frequently from our customers is this next capability, which is a migration tool that allows you to actually take your data objects and records from a Salesforce.com environment and transfer them over into a Pega application. And what's really great is, in our architecture, all of our capabilities are developed directly in our platform, which means all these capabilities are available to our marketing solution, our sales solution, our customer service and operations. And we love talking about how the Pega platform is at the center of this, the customer decision hub is at the center of this. But in reality, we realize that it's actually your customers that are at the center of this, and they are demanding amazing experiences. They are expecting experiences that are highly personalized directly to them as individuals. And here at Pega, we are very lucky to work with some amazing organizations, including the Coca-Cola Company, that is actually driving great personalized engagement with their customers. And to tell us a little bit more about that, I'd like to invite Kushala Silva, the Group Director of Digital Innovation at Coke. Kushala, great to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Kushala, can you tell us what you do at Coke?
Yes. The life as Coca-Cola is really simple. We do two things. We sell Coca-Cola or we help sell Coca-Cola. For digital innovation, it's no different. We just create capabilities just to do that.
Now, I'm going to want to hear about the digital innovations, but before we get to it, can you tell us, in case people don't know, can you tell us a little bit more about the Coca-Cola Company?
Sure. The Coca-Cola brand, as you know, is an iconic brand. But do you know that we have more than 500 brands in our portfolio? Out of those 500 brands, 20 brands are billion-dollar brands.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. And Karim, did you know that the term Coca-Cola is the second most recognized term on natural language?
Across the earth.
Yes.
Can you tell us the first most recognized term?
That would be okay.
What is it?
Okay.
The first term.
The term okay.
Oh, so it's okay, and then it's Coca-Cola.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
So another interesting fact about Coca-Cola is 1.9 billion. This is how much we serve every single day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and my final fact is that many brands can't say this, but our brands are even consumed out of space.
So you
hydrating the
That's great.
the
So you worry
astronauts.
about the consumers on Earth as well as consumers in outer space.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
I'm glad I don't have that problem. So can you tell us a little bit about the strategy at Coke?
Yeah. So we just announced a 5-pillar strategy. The first pillar is about creating a balanced portfolio, a consumer-centric balanced portfolio. The second one is about driving our revenue, starting with our sparkling category.
Yep.
Now, the third one is about the bottler system, and the one that I'm most excited about is the digital. So it's about digitizing our system.
So you guys sell soft drinks around the world.
Yeah.
So in this case, what does digital actually mean for Coca-Cola?
Yeah. So, Karim, think about it. It is about connecting with our consumers. Connecting with our consumers at the right time and giving the right message. That's what the digitization for us. Now imagine, we have 20 million coolers across the globe. 20 million coolers. Imagine a cooler system so powerful and so intelligent that it knows you and it connects you at the right moment. So think about it. Let's play it out. So I'm walking down the Las Vegas Strip. All right? It's a really hot day.
Always.
Always. And I have my phone in my hand. So I'm so thirsty. I want to get something to drink. I wish there's a cooler nearby. Thank you. That's my David Copperfield moment, actually.
You're in Vegas.
So let me walk to the cooler. Can you put my phone on the screen, please? So as I walk to the cooler, I get a message. Now, what this means is, because of my proximity to the cooler recognized that I'm here, and it offered me a beverage of my choice. In fact, let's see what it is. It talks about the Powerade. It's actually one of my favorite drinks. I'm tempted. All right, it's $2.50. I'm going to purchase it. There you go. So I already paid for my drink, and now all I need to do is just vend my drink.
That is awesome. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Hey, it
There
worked.
you go. All right. Now.
All right, now that looked dangerous. I want to try it too.
Why don't you try it, actually?
Okay, good. Hold on a second. Can we switch to my phone? Okay, I'm going to bring my Coke app up. All right. The trick is not to fall.
Oh, there you go. What do you got?
All right, so let's see. Oh, look, I get a different offer. My app realizes that I really like a Jack and Coke due to Sheryl Crow concert.
There you go.
so it offered me a Coca-Cola straights, and here we go.
Yep.
So now I'm going to purchase this, and let's see, I'm going to get me.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Very cool. Well, that's so much better than having to worry about cash or change.
That's right.
That is very cool. And I see that this is actually a very personalized bottle.
That's right.
That is specific for me. That has the Pega World on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So our package has actually evolved through the time. So the earliest bottle is a glass bottle. Then we created this contour bottle. It's so unique that with your eyes closed, you can still know what's inside. Then we started creating the plastic bottles, and also we have aluminum bottles. But I really think, Kareem, the future is a bottle that interacts with you. A bottle that actually sings happy birthday on your birthday, seriously.
And I'm guessing the singing will be a little better than mine.
Oh, it has to be.
It has to be. I agree with you. And I really like the discussion around being able to engage with the consumers directly through the bottle. Actually, in these bottles, we built into our PegaWorld mobile application a capability where, can we put my phone is up on the screen. So in the Pega mobile app, there's actually at the bottom, there's a scan a bottle. Right. So when our audience goes to the Tech Pavilion and they stop by the Coke exhibit to grab a cold bottle, they can actually open their app. They can choose to scan a bottle option. So I can, from here, here's the Pega Coke. Here's the QR code. And what we do is we understand who the user is and look at their persona and make content recommendations using the artificial intelligence capabilities for either session recommendations or content recommendations directly in the app, engaging the users through the Coke.
Very nice.
Great.
I'll be checking that out.
Thank you so much, Kushala. Thanks for taking the time to tell us about Coke. Things, pick this up. and I'm really glad in this presentation we got a chance to show you an actual Coke cooler that is really an IoT device. This has proximity sensors into it that can recognize the customers that is nearby, understand the persona and the characteristics of that customer, and make recommendations that is appropriate for that customer. And the capability that we built into the mobile application is actually being able to understand the persona of the members of the attendance of this conference and be able to apply artificial intelligence to make content recommendations directly to that. I'm so happy that we actually, throughout this presentation, we'll get a chance to show you how the artificial intelligence capabilities in our product can help you deliver not just good, but great experiences for your customers. You had a chance to see how automation and robotics can help deliver great deals of operational efficiency. And we appreciate the fact that you have to be fast in today's marketplace to keep up with the changes in technology as well as with your competitors. Now, we started this quick discussion around, my move, which was a lot of work. But at the end, it was absolutely worth it. And of course, the digital transformation journeys that you're on are also a tremendous amount of work. But we all know that the outcome is absolutely worth it. And we want to make sure that you know that we are with you in every step of that journey, and we're developing the capabilities, the technologies, and the products to make sure that you succeed in that journey. And we hope that all of you will come to the Tech Pavilion this afternoon, get a chance to actually interact with these applications, and see how we can work together. Thank you so much for your attention.
All I wanna do is have some fun.